Hello, how are you today? I'm very good, very good. Okay, so what's happening today? Well, today we're gonna go meet Barry. Barry's 64 years of age. He's from Australia. I met Barry about 1 year ago, just after you had moved to Thailand, to Hua Hin. And I saw him last week and I said, Barry, would you like to make a video on the pros and cons of living in Hua Hin or in Thailand in general? He said, sure. We're gonna find out if he likes it here or if it's a mistake. So without further ado, let's go see Barry. Hello, Barry.
Jonny, good to see you
again.
Good
to see you again.
Yes.
Saw me about a year ago.
Would have been just after I arrived here in Hua Hin, Bangkok. Saw you, I think you were filming here with Som. And I noticed when you took a break from your filming, I went up and introduced myself. And
So tell us all a bit about yourself. You come from Australia.
I do, mate, yeah. Born in Perth, raised in Melbourne. Then I left Melbourne. I lived for many years, over 25 years in the Tweed Valley. Raised 2 sons in that area of the world, beautiful part of the world. Not a lot of employment. Spent a lot of time self-employed.
Ran my Wollongbar and
yeah, had a little cafe in Wollongbar. Had a machining shop. I'm a fitter and machiner by trade. Had a little machining shop for a few years. Had a hamburger shop on the beach at Kingscliff and worked as a tourism officer for the Tweed Shire for a few years.
Okay.
Enjoyed that. And then I finished up with the government. Got shifted around a lot and spent some time in Alice Springs, Darwin. And when I finally retired from all that, I settled in Noosaville for about 5 years before I came here, mate.
So this video is pretty much about you, how you compare living in Hua Hin.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
Oh, depends who I'm talking to,
Hua Hin,
Jonny.
Hua Hin?
Hua Hin, Hua Hin. Generally, it's Hua Hin for me. You can ask a local and you'll get 2 or 3 different variations. So as long as it comes out, everyone knows what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you moved here just over a year ago?
Yeah, just coming up for a year. Decided to pack up and come over and got myself a non-resident retirement visa, which means every 90 days I've got to report to the immigration department, update if there's any change of address or any other major changes, which...
Last week I said, okay, well, let's make a video, and I got you to give me a list of your pros and cons about living in Hua Hin compared to living in Australia. So I've got your pros in here, and funny enough, your pros outweighed your cons.
Yes.
By 2 folds, I think.
I'm still here.
I think you were like pushing it to find your cons, were you?
I had to dig deep.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Okay. So let's just go through the first one that you said. You said affordability in housing and food. So can you describe how the cost of living in Hua Hin compares to that in Australia?
Oh, right. Yeah, no comparison. I'm living in an apartment here in a condo complex with a pool, 24-hour security, everything I want, except there's no gym. But have a look at me, I'm not a gym junkie. And that's cost me the princely sum of 6,500 baht per month, plus electricity. So I've never paid more than 9,000 baht for a month's accommodation.
So your power bill is about 2,000 a month, isn't it?
Yeah, 2,000 on average. You know, if I give the air conditioner a good workout. Yeah. But I try not to.
It's pretty hard not to sometimes, though.
Sometimes you just got to do it. Oh yeah.
Especially in the past 2 months.
Mate. Yeah, it brings back a lot of memories of my years in Darwin. But Darwin was the same. Run the air conditioner, air conditioned car, air conditioned office. Same as we say in Thailand.
So your rent and your electricity, say 9,000 baht a month?
Yeah, on average, yeah, that's about right.
How would you compare to finding something like that in Australia?
Oh, mate, you could live under a bridge in Australia for that sort of money. I think you would really struggle to find anything.
It's probably about $250 a month.
A month, yeah. You know, I mean, you wouldn't get a caravan.
You wouldn't get a caravan for that?
No, not in Australia.
Yeah. So what are some examples on food and how affordable is it in Thailand compared to what it is in Australia?
Oh, look, Jonny, if you want to eat on the street, which I often do, if you're talking noodle soup, if you're talking pad karapao, local meals, local dishes, you're paying 50 to 75, 80 baht, which is $2 to $3 for a meal. It's hot, you know, it's hot here. You don't eat a lot. If you want to, I mean, there's some very reasonably priced places. There's one not far from here where you can buy like a schnitzel with real mashed potatoes and vegetables with gravy. It's about 160 baht, which is, are we talking with $6, $7?
Yeah.
Sorry if I fiddle with the microphone there, Jonny.
No, that's all right.
And of course you can head on down to the touristy spots and buy a lobster for 1,200-1,500 baht. The beauty of Hua Hin, there's a lot of fishing villages around here, so the seafood's pretty good. Yeah. And it's not all that expensive.
All in all, you'd say the housing and food, you can't compare it with Australia, really, can you?
No, look, I saw a fella on the news in Australia last week, and he's paid nearly $50 for breakfast in a cafe in Sydney. Why bother? Why bother?
It's madness, isn't it?
Absolute madness.
If you've got it, why not? But if you're like under pension like yourself and you don't want your money.
Yeah, I mean, even if you got it, you're not going to have it long. You're paying those sorts of prices for what you can get down the road for less than half that. But yeah, people pay it in Australia. Yeah. So why not? They put the price back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you found that Thailand's got more expensive over the past 12 months since you got here?
Oh, the 12 months I've been here, I've noticed it's slightly more expensive. Definitely over the years, Thailand is no longer a...
Oh, compare it to 10, 15,
oh my gosh.
14 years ago when I moved here.
Yeah, no.
The good old days are over, my friend.
Yes. Yeah, the exchange rates and all the rest of it. But no, it's still very reasonable. And the quality's good. The food's good. I've never had a problem. 250 baht a day for the food, which is a bit over $10 Australian. I'm eating out and I'm eating well.
So your second thing you've got here is freedom. Less rules and regulations.
Yes.
So can you provide some specific examples on the types of regulations in Australia that you find more relaxed or non-existent in Thailand?
In Thailand, look. So many. Where I first met you, Jonny, Bangkok, your viewers saw that. That's open air seating. There's got to be 60 different food vendors scattered around the perimeter. Beer, you've got young ladies who bring the beers to your table. You can sit there, have your dinner. Live music's happening, and that's 7 days a week that happens. And I've often said to many Aussies that are visiting and living here now, can you imagine doing that in Australia? The health inspectors, the insurances you'd have to cover, the safety officers, the trip hazards, the waste, it would just not be possible. The red tape would just kill it.
No, absolutely, and it already is in Australia.
In Australia it is.
Yeah.
You're losing out on so much.
And the wages are so high in Australia, you can't employ people because you can't afford it.
You can't afford it, the cost of the food. But yeah, it's more about the regulations, the insurances, and the approvals you've got to get.
So in a way, would you say living in Thailand's pretty much like living in the Wild West?
No, there's definitely rules, regulations here.
Yeah. But they're relaxed.
They're minimal. Yeah. Then they make sense. I mean, people can work within them, and it doesn't cost them an arm and a leg. So you can get up and start a business and don't have to worry about, putting up a sign, have to pay the council to put your sign up. You don't have to have all the development proposals put in.
The bullshit. Just say the bullshit,
the bullshit that goes with it. Don't start me on the insurances. I've done it all in Australia and I'll never do it again. Yeah. Okay, so the third one, you actually listed safety. Can you elaborate on why you feel safer at night in Hua Hin as you would compared to it in Australia? Mate, even this surprised me, is I can come out for a night out at a bar, have my pool competition, finish at 10:30 at night, and I can walk home through the streets and alleys and never have an issue, never been crossed. But a lot of places in Australia that we all know, it's just too dangerous at night. Even at that time of night. Thailand's no different to anywhere else in the world. I wouldn't wander around at 3 o'clock in the morning blind drunk wearing gold jewellery. You're asking for trouble. But I was only here less than a month, and some fella on Noosa Beach, he's gone down there for his morning walk on the beach, and he'd been knifed and died on the walk.
In Noosa?
In Noosa.
Where the property prices are through the roof. And
property prices are crazy, and it's a beautiful part of the world. But, I've known friends who have personally been home invaded and suffered some horrific injuries, and asleep in their own home by gangs of young kids. A really good friend of mine lives in Alice Springs and has lived there for a long, long time. And I lived there for 2.5 years, but I'd never go back and live there again. The crime rate, the horror stories,
everything.
What's going on there.
So with that, because currently on the Gold Coast, it just seems like a crazy town.
Yeah.
Do you think the court system's failing for that, and also the amount of drugs that are,
Yeah,
like
look,
ice and all that kind of bad shit?
Definitely ice. Parents with addictions and breaking down the family, and kids losing respect. They've got no respect, left to roaming the streets. Look, I tell you about Thailand is they value their reputation so much. They depend so much on tourism. That sort of thing just would not be tolerated here. There are boy races. They're young people.
Well, you get that anywhere in the world.
Everywhere.
Nowhere in the world's safe.
No. But I tell you what, they won't step out of line. The police here will have them by the scruff of the neck and sort them out, because they want people coming here. They want people staying here safe. So they're big on it. They clamp down. They're serious. They don't. There's no revolving doors here.
No.
And you screw up, you'll do a job.
You're going to get consequences.
There are consequences.
Okay, so you've lived here for over a year now. Is there any particular memory or occasion that you can think of where you've been out at night, or you've been somewhere during the day or something, and you have had a kind of like a confrontation with either a Thai or a Farang?
Songkran. Everyone's getting squirted by water pistols. And there's a group of us who went down to the corner here on Soy 94, and there was 6 of us in the group. We're just standing there squirting people with water pistols, and a fella about my age, he walked past.
Farang?
Yeah, Farang, foreigner. I think, I won't say, Eastern,
Just say what you want, Barry.
Okay.
Don't hold back.
Possibly Swedish.
He's Swedish, was he?
Possibly.
Bastard Swedish. Sorry, Swedish subscribers, if you're Swedish.
And Johnny will tell you, you leave the house, you are soaking wet on Songkran.
You've got to expect it. You're a moving target, pretty much.
And 10 o'clock at night, you're dry as a bone. You go past Big Baz, I'm going to squirt you on the back with my water pistol. Just on the back.
Well, it's better than in the eye.
Yeah. But, and then I looked away and squirted someone else. But the next thing I saw in the corner of my eye was his knuckles coming at me, and he swung one.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he just glanced off me.
You give him one back?
I did very quickly.
Did he? And what did he do after that?
He took quite a few steps back and walked backwards across the road.
Oh, he won't do that again,
Giving me a mouth of some sort of foreign abuse. I mean, the worst part of the night was I threw my water pistol at him.
He'll be eating Swedish meatballs the next night, won't he?
No, I didn't collect that good. No.
But, I think it's going to happen, especially, I think Songkran's a high intensity moment where a lot of people...
a lot of people put their hand up. You respect that. You don't squirt them, you don't throw water at them, they put their hand up. But, obviously had a bad
That was the only
night.
occasion?
Mate, that's the only thing that springs to mind.
Yeah.
I have heard stories. I've never seen any big issues.
Okay.
No.
So you've got number 4 here. You've got people more accepting, patient, and less judgmental.
Oh, yeah.
How have you experienced the acceptance and patience of people in Thailand compared to what you would find in Australia?
I think, Johnny, this is just my assumption that's to do with the Buddhism, live and let live. I mean, Thailand's famous for its transgender ladyboys.
Is that what you're into, is it, Nazza?
No, I'm not, mate. No.
I just had to ask.
No, look, I don't care what people do as long as it's not compulsory and whatever floats your boat. But yeah, the way they're accepted in the society, Thais don't, they look on the inner person more than the outer person. And if you're a good person and you're honest, you've got a lot of Thai friends. Yeah, you're a guest here. It's their country.
Absolutely.
And you've got to remember that. You see so many arrogant Farangs walking around, speaking to people, so rude, and you think, would you do that at home?
No, you wouldn't.
Do you? No, or if you do, that's probably why you're not welcome back home. Right? Yeah, you're a guest, behave yourself.
It's happening a lot lately. Have you seen the news recently with all these Farangs getting in trouble?
I have.
Like the Swedish, was it the Swedish guy? Is it kick that Thai doctor in Phuket?
I think it was.
Then you had those New Zealand brothers that beat that cops in Phuket. And it all seems to be coming out of Phuket all the way down south. I think it has got worse over recently, past 24 months, but I think Thailand's getting on top of it.
I think they are.
They're not fucking around now, I don't think.
Mate, don't underestimate the Thai police force. They've got all the gear they need. They'll find you. There's CCTVs everywhere in this world. Yeah. And they track you down pretty quick.
So you get number 5, you've got health, affordable massages, sports, and an ego boost. Ego boost, what's that, happy ending or something? So how has access to affordable massages impacted your health and well-being?
Mate, look.
How often would you have a massage first?
Twice a week. I try to keep active. Believe it or not, I actually lost a lot of weight since I've been living here because I walk more. I'm 65 years old. I've got aches and pains. I've had a knee replaced. I've had neck surgery, and your joints don't bend like they used to. Your feet ache. But yeah, you can walk, and then you can go and get a foot massage for an hour in a chair for $10, 25 baht, 250 baht. So you can walk again. You can keep walking, and you don't need to make an appointment. You can just walk in off the street. There's
So to have 2 massages in Australia per week, what would you be looking at? $200 or $300?
Yes. Oh yeah. For good massages, yeah.
It'd be $100 an hour, wouldn't it?
$100 an hour, yep.
And you can get 2 massages in Thailand for less than $20.
It's a little bit over $20, and I always give them a tip because it's hard work.
Yeah, I think.
I've got big feet.
Yeah, I think every massage though, it will depend on what kind of massage you get in there too, Darren.
Well, yeah.
Like you might want to give them a bigger tip if they're helping you right out, you know what I mean?
Tip the whole thing.
I want this video to be monetised, we won't go into that.
Not just the tip, Johnny, the whole thing.
Not that middle leg, mate, they don't massage that, I hope. Okay, so what kind of sports and recreational activities do you keep yourself busy?
Look, that's a big thing. You've got to keep busy whether you're here or in Australia. But I personally play golf twice a week. It costs me, now this is for 18 holes of golf, with a buggy, with a caddy, it costs me the equivalent of about $52 Australian.
God.
Very doable.
What's that for one round of golf, is it?
For a round of golf, yeah. There's, I don't know how many golf courses here, but there are a lot.
There's about 9, I think.
9, yeah. But you can pay double that on some of the bigger courses.
Oh, like Black
and they're
Mountain.
much nicer.
Black Mountain's like 3 or 3, 4,000.
Yeah. But you see, that's not my quality.
But again, it's all what's in your budget, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
So you're keeping yourself busy.
Yeah.
And I think you've done it. You've got to do that if you retire.
You do, Johnny. Whether you're here or wherever you are in the world, you know, you don't just retire and sit down.
But a lot of people do though, don't they?
Yeah. They don't do it for very long though.
So touching on that subject before about the social activities that you do,
Yeah.
how have you found meeting new expats, like coming by yourself? Obviously you moved here by yourself. How did you find adjusting to a city like Hua Hin that you knew nobody?
Yep.
And finding new friends. You know, your friend here owns this bar, which I'll give a shout out to at the end of this video. But
James.
So, you know, you've obviously picked up a lot of friends in Hua Hin. Now you've got social activities. How did you find meeting friends here?
Mate, I found it incredibly easy, Johnny. Because it's so much more affordable, because you can get out and you can get more involved. Playing pool is a huge thing here. I play pool 2 nights a week. That's where I met the owner of this bar, and I've met many people. Yeah, look, people from all walks.
And did you play when you were back in Australia?
No, it was playing pool in the pubs in Australia. Yeah.
No, never?
It's just not a good vibe.
Well, it's all, the thing about the pubs in Australia now, it's all about poker machines, isn't it?
Poker machines.
So anyone that's moving to retire in Thailand like yourself, and they want to get into social activities, they want to get out there and meet new people,
Yep.
What's your best advice to give them?
Get out of your condo. Google is your friend. Facebook is your friend. You'd be amazed. I know there's a backgammon club here in Hua Hin. There's a group that meet once a week at one of the cafes to play backgammon. There's something here for everybody. #Harriers, the racing group, the running group.
So get on social media?
Yeah, social media is the go.
Facebook especially, I think.
Facebook's
groups.
got all the groups and clubs and those community groups on Facebook. Hua Hin expats and things like that.
But it's not just Hua Hin either. You've got these clubs in, like these Facebook groups in Pattaya too.
Everywhere.
Pattaya, Bangkok. There's expat social clubs all around Thailand on Facebook.
And people just screaming out for company, and they'd love to meet you. So
Speaking about company, this is the next question. Have you found any love yet? Have you met anyone, the love of your life? Or
I do.
You've been married twice, are you going to get married again?
Oh, no.
You're not that dumb.
No, I have met someone. She's a lovely woman. She's working at the moment. She's doing some waitressing in a restaurant. She has a job. She's going to be working as a trainee chef. She's in her early 40s. She's got a couple of adult children that live out in Isan, aren't here. We live together. She's my girlfriend, I'm the boyfriend, she's the boss.
That's pretty much how it rolls.
That's how it rock and roll.
And how long have you been together with her?
I've been together most of the year I've been here. Because I actually came over here to Hua Hin for a couple of months before I made the move. And I came for 2 months, and within a week I said, yep, I can live in Hua Hin. It's
So can I stop you a minute there? Did you just make Hua Hin it, or did you go to Pattaya, or did you go to Chiang Mai or?
Oh, Johnny, I've been coming to Thailand close to 20 years, and I lived in Koh Samui for 6 months, and then went back to Australia. I found that the island was just too small. My head did my head in.
Island fever.
Yep, it got smaller and smaller. I tried Phuket. Phuket too busy, too rush, too much traffic. Came to Hua Hin and it ticked all the boxes.
Perfect.
Hospitals, as you know, you're getting older. Hospitals are here, shopping centres are here. There's the nightlife you've mentioned. Man, if you want the nightlife, you've got Soy Bintabar, you've got Soy 80, you've got Soy 94, and all the little alcoves around here.
Yeah.
It's here if you want it. But by the same token, there's plenty of other things here to do.
That's your positive. That's your positives, your pros of.
You didn't touch on my ego boost.
Oh, what's that about? Oh, we'll go back to that then. So was that talking
which is connected.
Was it to patio, is it?
Yeah. Can you get your mind out of patio?
I don't know. Would you call yourself a monga?
A monga.
Do you know what a monga is?
Yeah, I've heard the term. I don't think so.
No.
No.
What do you reckon? Guys? Is he a monga?
A mongrel.
So what's it with this ego boost?
Look, any bloke, especially when you're on the wrong side of 60, you get off the plane and you walk to an area like this and the girls are all yelling at you, hello, handsome man, come and have a drink with me, buy me a drink, spend some time with me. Any man that doesn't get a little puff out the chest and think,
You think you're a movie star?
I've still got it. You're a
65.
fucking liar. You're a liar. Because the women know how to make you feel good.
They're not dumb, are they? They're definitely not dumb.
They are not dumb. Look, everything's a transaction, a business transaction here in Thailand. Just be aware of that. But when I said, it's good for your mental health, who doesn't want to feel handsome or attractive? Hide the mirror at home, cover it up, whatever, and just walk around the streets in places like this, man. Tell me that's not good for your ego, make you feel good, make you want to exercise, want to make you be more active. It's good for your mental health.
Okay, so that was the pros of living in Thailand compared to living in Australia. And, I didn't want to compare it to Australia, but I think you have to give some people...
Why am I here?
Of a compareness to, you know what I mean? I don't think any place should be compared to another one.
No.
Because every place is different.
Yeah.
But it just gives, especially the Australians sitting at home now that are watching this video, I think it just gives them an idea of what you've just explained.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the cons now. I've got them here. Cons number is a pollution.
Yeah.
So what types of pollution have you noticed in Hua Hin?
Look, the big one, of course, is air quality. We do go through months of where the air is not nice, thanks to
the
some of the
smoky.
tyres. Yeah, very, very smoky. Half of Cambodia's on fire.
It's pretty much Southeast Asia at this stage, isn't it, really?
And depends which way the wind blows. Yeah, we cop it here. So there's the air pollution.
It's nothing like Chiang Mai, though.
No.
Or Bangkok, or...
No, it's not to that level. But it's still, you can see it. I mean, the visibility's cut right back. So you got the air and then just the general litter. Things in Australia where you just wouldn't see here. A little washed up on the main beaches, anywhere you go past a vacant block, you'll see rubbish dumped there and you just think, wow.
So you don't see that in Australia, do you?
No.
And this is my next question. Like, how do the levels of pollution in Hua Hin compare to where you lived in Australia?
Yeah, see,
non-existent, really, is it? It's
like
chalk and cheese.
Chalk and cheese. Mind you, I lived in some pretty grotty parts of Australia too. But a lot of it comes back to all those rules, regulations that you've got in Australia, which is, on the upside. Here, we don't have the rules. They're not enforced like they are over there. So, yeah, we have a saying, sabai, just
move on. No place is perfect.
No place is perfect, man.
And have you taken any measures to how to when it is smoky season and the air quality in Hua Hin isn't too bad? What do you normally do to keep the risk, or do you stay inside?
Definitely stay inside. Yeah, look.
Turn the aircon on.
Aircon, shopping centres, cinema. I don't get up in the morning and go for a 10-15 kilometre jog. I avoid all that sort of stressful activity. And yeah, any physical, stick inside to an air-conditioned gym, work out in the clean air. Yeah, but it's unavoidable. I know a lot of people invest in air purifiers, etc., which I haven't gone that path yet.
So your second one here, I think there's only two here, though, your cons of living here. We'll try and bang a few more out here, but language. You said language just So can you describe some of the language challenges you faced moving to Hua Hin?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I think you're fucking pulling the piss now, aren't you?
Taking the piss out of Johnny. Yeah, I mean, of course, English isn't their first language of the local people, but a hell of a lot of Thais speak English. And there's a lot that speak broken English. And their broken English is still much, much better than my Thai.
Yeah.
It's not my country. It's theirs. It's their language. So
you've got to respect that.
You respect it, man. You know, if the sign you can't read the signs, well, just have a think about where you are.
And have you tried learning Thai language? And how do you find it? If you have.
Try it. For me, is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
It is, and also a lot of Thais don't want you to learn.
No,
because they don't want you to know
I've heard that.
what they're saying.
Yeah. They want to keep that all private.
Yeah, which
they don't want that. They don't want that too smart farang in their country, do they?
No, that's no value for them. But yeah, look, it's a very difficult language. I know certain words, but yeah.
Okay.
It's very tonal.
You've touched on pollution. You've touched on language barrier for your cons. Is there anything else that you can?
I'm not, Johnny. I'm making a point, and I said that to myself when I come here. I've got to accept this is not my country. It's not the way I would do things, everything, but it is their way.
Yeah.
And whether it's right or wrong, that's not up to me. And a lot of people forget that, you know.
Yeah. A lot of people.
And they bash the way people drive. They bash the way people build houses. Well, at the end of the day, man,
if you don't like it, fuck off.
There you go. You're here. I either accept it, or in my case, I ignore it. I try to ignore a lot of it, and become a Thai and just shake my head and tut.
All right. So we'll just touch on. So this isn't a pro or con. This is just something that I think a lot of people are very interested in, especially with at the moment the new visa regulations that were announced last night.
Last night, yeah.
Which I'm not going to go into that. I don't really discuss visas on this channel. It's like I'm not a lawyer. I don't want giving out as a vest. This isn't my bag. If you want to, I can definitely point you in the right direction if you need help with your visas.
Yep.
What visa have you obtained to move here, and how was the application process?
Oh, look, I originally came on a tourist visa, and then I got an extension. During that extension, I applied for a non-resident O visa, which is a retirement visa, which meant I had to have 800,000 baht in a bank account. Because I applied for it in this country. If you apply for it outside the country, you've got to have that. Plus, you've got to have a certain amount of, was $4 million baht of insurance. I
Well, they're dropping that. They're dropping that.
And they're dropping that,
To 400,000.
Yeah.
Which is new here first. 400,000. So they're dropping the health insurance. That's good.
As from the 1st of June, which is only a few days away. So yeah, when people ask advice on visas and things like that, man, I'm not the person.
No.
Johnny's not the person.
No. You've got to go speak to someone professional.
They're changing all the time.
And there's someone that can always help you out, isn't there?
There is. And it's not a Facebook group. For God's sake, the questions you see posted on Facebook.
Have you seen the driver's license for sale?
Oh, man. Yeah, don't buy a driver's license. Just do the right thing.
So have you experienced any challenges in maintaining your visa while living in Thailand over the past 12 months? So you've only had it, so it's pretty much, not really, because you've only had it 12 months, but you've got to do the 9-day report, obviously.
Yeah, well, as I said, when I first arrived, I had a 60-day tourist visa. Then they extended that for me. Then there was but I just use an agent. I did use an agent. You don't have to. You can do it yourself. It's not difficult. I had my reasons, and I used an agent, and the whole thing was done once I had all the correct paperwork in place, a bank account opened, and the money in the bank. The whole thing was done in a morning. Which involved, a trip to the bank and a trip to the immigration department.
Perfect.
And since then, I've had 2 90-day reports, which could not go easier. I just go to the immigration office out here, walk in, put my passport down. Not a word has been spoken either time. They haven't asked for anything. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Done. See you in 90 days. It's good. It's easy.
You just go, if you're having difficulties, just speak to someone.
Mate, that's it. There's agents everywhere.
Yeah. But just get the right agent, though.
Talk to Johnny.
Yeah, well, you can. But you got to book me. for a 45-minute consultation at Jonny.Asia. I've got to screen you. I've got to screen you before I put it into my contacts.
What could possibly go wrong? I'd say.
Had a few very happy subscribers that have booked me. For a 45-minute consultation. And it's not about visas, it's about anything, about living in Thailand.
Yeah.
And it's not a plug. I'm just going to chat. If you guys do need a hand with anything, you can book me for a 45-minute consultation.
Yep.
And that's not a plug, it's just an opportunity for you. You can use me or you can go speak to someone else. Okay, so that's pretty much about it. I think we're getting to 46 minutes now. I think we can wrap it up. So all in all, have you got any tips and advice that you'd give to someone moving to Thailand, and what recommendations or would you tell them to do before they came, or what not to do? So sum this up in like 2 or 3 minutes, or however you live.
Give it a long, hard think.
Yeah.
Is it really what you want to do? Shift halfway around the world, start off a new life? If the answer is yes, do it. Don't delay, don't put it off. Do it. Can you afford it? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Too many people, Jonny would know, I've known, they say, oh, I can't afford it till I retire, and they've retired at 65, 68.
Drop down dead.
Drop down dead. Missed the bus. Nah, do it sooner rather than later and enjoy your life. Get here. It's a good place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to my subscribers. And if you do see Barry, what's your normally set? 94 around this area?
Yeah,
well, this is your friend's bar here. This is cool. What's this bar called?
This is the Friendly Bar and Bistro.
This is just off 94 there.
Yeah.
This is a good friend of yours. So here tonight playing pool. You've got your pool cue over there.
Yeah, so this is my home bar for my pool team.
What's your
James?
What's your friend's name? Who owns it?
Yeah, James. Jim.
James.
Jim
just come over here for a sec.
Look, it's a great family bar.
Mark, you come over and say hello if you want. If you want to be on camera. So this is James, is it?
Hi.
Hi, how are you? You're the owner? Just give him the mic.
He's a man.
So James, you're the owner here at the Friendly Bar and Bistro?
Yeah, well, actually, the owner really has just come in.
The owner, your wife's here, your girlfriend's here. Come in, Mark. Don't be. You're from New Zealand, so come and suss this place out. Whereabouts are you, James?
We're on the 394 Canal Road.
Yeah.
Friendly Bar and Bistro.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. Thai food, European food, music most nights. If I can drag my wife over, I'll try.
Yeah, bring her over. And how are you, Mark? Get them. This is Mark's from New Zealand.
One of my golfing allies.
Yeah. He looks like a right monger, don't you, Mark? Just give him.
Yeah.
So this is your wife. So what was your name, sorry?
Here's the real boss.
So what was your name, sorry?
My name's Jane Ka.
James Carr. And your husband was James?
Yes.
Very lovely. And you're the boss here?
Yes, my boss, yeah.
If anyone plays up, you got to answer. Huh? I don't think you muck around either. No. Mark, this is your friends. You're all friends, are you? So jump in, Mark. You reckon you get a hold of that?
We're golfing partners.
Yeah, I'm from New Zealand and been here for a few months and loving it. Never going back.
Yeah.
I'm staying there in Mykonos. Very handy. Walked everything. So
and how do you like living in Hui?
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I should have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you might not financially have been in a position back then or something. So.
Well, I probably was.
Okay. But you gave it all to your ex-wife.
But then I got divorced.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. All right. So that's it. So thanks very much to Barry.
Thanks, Jonny. Good to see you
Now
again.
I've got a mic. You can hold that. So guys, come down. It's the Friendly Bar and Grill. Many thanks to Barry for coming in, having a chat.
You're
if
more
you
than
see
welcome,
these
Jonny.
guys, thanks for watching. I've got to get home because I've got to go to Bangkok in the morning, but we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you soon.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.